Remember when websites were like this? How was it? Was it fun to navigate? Could you even find what you were looking for? Now fast forward to today, and you see a huge change in sites. Notice how simple the page is, how everything just fades away when you're using it. How is this possible, you might ask? The answer lies through information architecture. Now, let's go through a bit of history. The term information architecture was coined by a man named Richard Saul Wurman, who saw the problems of gathering, organizing, and presenting information as problems similar to what architects face in their line of work. Now, if we examine both an architect and an information architect, we see that they are very similar. They both gather information for their clients, then organize that information to prioritize what is most important, and then they design a system that will best fit their clients' needs. But the similarities end there. While an architect is trying to design a building, an information architect is designing a website. An architect is building rooms, factures, layouts, and structures, while an information architect is designing organization systems, labeling systems, navigation systems, and search systems. Now these do seem very different, but if we look at it, they're actually quite similar. If you take layouts and organization, for example, with a layout, an architect is building a blueprint of a house, organizing different types of objects into different rooms. Similarly, with an information architect, they're building a hierarchy of a website where they organize the different kinds of information into different parts of the website. This means that in terms of the information spectrum, an information architect turns data into information, helping the user along. The major breakthrough of information architecture was that it moved from just one man building a website to a team of many people building a website. There was a marketing guy, a graphic designer, a computer scientist, a project manager, and even a librarian or a journalist. The purpose of all these people was to work together to create a common set of goals and line up the audience that was intended for the website. They needed to have a clear purpose for the website so that everything would be clear to the end user. These steps are very important. One does not simply build a website. It's a lot more complicated than it used to be and can no longer be done effectively by one person. In today's world, a lack of a functioning and efficient online interaction between clients and companies could mean the end of a company. If we think about this in reference to the TED's value-added model, it's simple. The criteria of ease of use is practically guaranteed if you have solid information architecture. So to recap, we know that information architecture was derived from looking at normal architects in the world and through the evolution of the web. The evolution of the web caused a pantomime shift in that one person could no longer manage the website on their own. There were so many different technologies that it took a team of many people to manage a specific website. We created a video to help visualize this fundamental restructure of website creation.
Hi, I'm an information architect.
I'm a webmaster.
Whoa, what's going on here, webmaster?
Oh, you know, just being a webmaster. Building a website single-handedly, no big deal or anything.
I guess, but it looks like you're having a hard time.
Oh, this? No, I'm not having any trouble at all.
Well, I'll just let you get started then.
Well, I'm not ready to get started yet. First, I gotta learn some new CSS, and then I gotta learn some new HTML code, and I gotta learn some new the Dreamweaver tools. I gotta do Perl, and I have to do the... Who is that?
Oh, him? He's just a member of my team. You see, we use a team of specialists to lay out our goals before we even start designing a website. Unlike this.
Well, but... Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we use graphic designers and computer scientists and even journalists to really get the job done right.
Well, being a webmaster has its perks too.
Really? Like what?
Like 100% office party attendance.
Now let's examine the different types of information architecture. There are two basic ways to build a website: top-down architecture and bottom-up architecture. We'll examine top-down first. Top-down architecture refers to website design that tries to anticipate the user's major information needs. This is a design that businesses tend to use because it includes elements such as drop-down menus, mission statements, and titles on the front page. For example, Microsoft.com uses this kind of architecture. Now, there are 9 basic questions that must be answered by this architecture, and they are: where am I? I know what I'm looking for, how do I find it? How do I get around this site? What's important and unique about this organization? What's available on this site? What's happening there? Do they want my opinion about their site? How can I contact a human? And what's their address? We won't go into detail about these, but it's important that we know how to decipher them. The bottom-up approach is different and refers to architecture that is invisible to the average eye, instead focusing more on the content. A website like Imgur uses this kind of architecture. It focuses on searching and browsing the content, allowing the user's questions to effectively rise to the surface. Focus on content structure, sequencing, and tagging answer the questions: where am I, what's here, and where can I go from here? Bottom-up architecture has become increasingly more important because users have started to routinely bypass top-down architecture in search for information. However, both architectures are needed for a well-made website.
This isn't any trouble at all.
Let's just start that over.
Think about designing a site unlike this.
Let's just start over. The thing fell.
Oh no! I watched that fall and I was like, Zach totally noticed.
Hi, I'm an information architect.
How'd you do this?
Hi, I'm an information architect.
Zach! Oh my gosh.
Is this the left? Yes, so it goes to the right side.